Hello and welcome. It is 4:23 a.m. GMT plus 8. This is me, Mr. Toffee, joined in by Comicslord, Kakuchopurei group. We just saw the Summer Games Festival 2022, the not E3 show, I guess, or I guess you could call it the quote-unquote E3. So, yeah, overall, the show felt okay, I guess. I'm trying to be a bit positive, but at the same time, there are some announcements I kind of want, but also there were some announcement that, yeah, okay, I can dig this. And there was a premature reveal that happened like minutes before the Summer Games Fest thing happened. So how are you feeling, Alleef, at this very bright, okay, not so bright day, morning?
I mean, so far it's been a exciting start to a not E3 season. I mean, overall, it was an average event. I mean, even in previous years, the Summer Games Fest events were always like most of it was most of the stuff are like nothing much. It's like ads and games we've seen before. So there's always just like one or two or three games that's really, you know, that really wows us all.
Yeah, I think to preface this, a couple of days ago there was a PlayStation State of Play, and that blew our minds because of, for me, it's probably just Street Fighter 6. Oh, and also Final Fantasy 16's release date, which
Yeah.
is obviously next year, because I don't think you can finish that game so soon. But it looks really damn good, so I think all that excitement was from that show. Speaking of Street Fighter 6, we start off with the first game of the Summer Games Festival, which was the reveal of Guile in Street Fighter 6. Now, I'm not sure if you're into Street Fighter, but what do you think of the art style and what you saw from the PlayStation State of Play, as well as the new trailer that came out today, like for Street Fighter 6?
Well, I'm not really much of a fighting game fan, but to me, Street Fighter 6 looks really fun so far because I like how vibrant and how the colors pop, you know, off the screen, and the art style is something different. I mean, after like like the last generation, we had like Tekken and Mortal Kombat and everything looking like similar art, using similar art styles. It's nice to see something, a bit more stylized.
I guess a bit more urban flair with the
Yeah,
graffiti
yeah.
and all that. I think the nice little touch here is whenever you do like your super combos or doing any of your super arts or anything up close that you do, or even a counter move, you notice that the colors are actually more vibrant in the foreground, and then the background turns grey and grey. So that's a really nice touch. I mentioned that in the video that we did for about Street Fighter 6. I think we did two videos, one on
Yeah.
the trailer and one on the leaks. And yeah, obviously because of the leaks, we already know that Guile is coming out, but it's nice to actually have Capcom give him eyebrows, take away the sunglasses, give him a goatee and some eyelashes, eyebrows. It's insane, and he still plays the same. I mean, in fact, they even took his V trigger from the last game, Street Fighter 5, and put it in this game, and it looks nice and vibrant. And his stage is on the airfield. I mean, it's like that area at Top Gun with the Navy ship with the planes on top, which is also similar to a KOF 14 stage. But
Oh yeah.
I digress. It's still fun to see all that, and yeah, it's nice. It's shaping up all right. And I hope the upcoming Capcom show, which is happening in a couple of days, will actually show off more
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 stuff. So next reveal, Aliens Dark Descent. Did I get the name right? Dark Descent?
Yep. Aliens Dark Descent.
Okay, so it's just a trailer of Marines shooting aliens. Did I miss anything?
I think there was a bit of gameplay there. I think the gameplay is something like a top-down isometric action game.
Alright,
Uh,
so this
uh,
looks like a looter shooter. I mean, except
yeah,
in the
yeah.
Aliens universe. That's
From
interesting.
from the bits we've seen in the trailer, it does look like a bit like it reminds me of the Ascent, like maybe the
Well, Ascent, okay, I know.
yeah, yeah,
Ascent,
yeah,
but
yeah,
Aliens, Ridley
yeah,
Scott, James
yeah,
Cameron style, bug hunting and whatnot.
yeah.
So interesting that the publisher is actually Focus Home. The developers, I'm not sure. I think it's Tinderless. The
Yeah.
copyright was so
Tinderless.
tiny. I'm not sure what they did previously, but if it's gonna be an action RPG, I'm a bit of an action RPG kind of hound. I mean, I'm the guy who covered Tiny Tina's Wonderlands like almost every week if there's an update. So, and I'm the sucker who had to cover Diablo Immortal. So, yeah, more action RPGs. I'm happy as long as it keeps true to the whole dark, lighting vibe thing. I'm not sure if you're into action RPGs though, but you are into the Aliens universe, right?
Yeah. I was interested in Aliens Fireteam Elite, but after that game came out, it kind of fizzled out. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen to this game.
Okay, so we're gonna come
Yeah.
back to the Left 4 Dead style games eventually. But for now, let's
Yeah.
go on to the next game, Callisto Protocol. I was actually supposed to say Dead Space 4 as a joke, but yeah, Callisto Protocol is everything you want in a Dead Space game. In fact, it's actually from the former Visceral people who left EA. Good reason, of course. And yeah, are you hyped up for this survival horror game? I mean, you are the guy who covered a number of the Resident Evil titles,
Yeah.
so I like your opinion on this.
It's looking good so far, especially the gore. I mean, the gore looks really good. And it's coming out soon. Like, when is it coming out again?
It's December.
it's
Not
December
Christmas,
this.
but it's somewhere in
Uh,
December.
yeah, it's early December or something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And it's also a bit funny. Like, a month after this game comes out, the Dead Space remake is gonna come out.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
don't think that's a thing. Is it really gonna come out? I don't remember quite the date. I mean,
Yeah.
is it really deep in development? Holy shit.
They did announce the date, like when last month, I think. It's coming out January, so yeah, it's only
January
like
2023. Okay, then
yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, what are they trying to pull off here? I mean, the Callisto Protocol devs, they're not big. They're not EA. EA can be like, you know what? We got a remake coming up, and they basically have unlimited marketing budget, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna pan out, but okay, it could be interesting. And again, I did play Dead Space 1, 2. I hated 3, although there was some merit to it. So I think Callisto Protocol could be something that could scratch that survival horror itch that I
Horror
kind of
itch,
want on
yeah.
a PC. I mean, I'm probably going to play on a PC because I guess I got a bigger screen here. And yeah, I don't know what is it about me and keyboards and mouse and Dead Space games. I feel more comfortable playing those kind of horror games, third-person horror games with a keyboard and mouse for some reason. But anyway, it's mostly preference sake. Yeah, so yeah, looking forward to that. Modern Warfare 2 reboot. Can we skip this because I don't give a shit about it, honestly? But then please speak if you want.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like another Call of Duty game. I don't see anything like special about the gameplay. I mean, I thought the gameplay went on too long. Like, there was nothing like significant for them to show.
And this is actually the same kind of level you were in the first Modern Warfare game. If you remember, you were on the ship with Soap, McTavish, and a bunch of others, if I recall, right? Or maybe it's another Modern Warfare game. Well, Ken can probably help us out, but he's not awake now, is he? So we can slag on this game as much as we like. And did you know about that whole thing where this game cost 70 US?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
a lot of people are complaining that this is the same shit you're playing and it costs just as much as a PlayStation 5 or a next-gen game. Like, Jesus. I mean, is there anything you want to add apart from this being borderline criminal, maybe?
I mean, I've noticed like all the new next-gen games are all $70 and above.
Yeah, but it's a remake of a game we played before, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, it's probably a reboot, like the first Modern Warfare reboot from 2019. But I think Activision had a good plan with the free-to-play Warzone game. Why do this? Are they trying to make us hate them more? I mean, do they want more bad PR? I mean, considering what has happened for the past year or so. Come on, help me out, dude. I mean, there's no justification for this, like charging up so much for this. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Flashback 2 reboot. Did you play the old flashback games back in the 90s or even 2000s?
No, I've never played
But you
the
have seen
original
clips of
games.
it, right? Like the 2D games,
Uh,
maybe.
yeah, it looks familiar to me, but I've never played the games.
Okay, so Flashback 2, it looks like basically a sequel. They're having the 2D graphics with the 3D engine graphics going on, the 2D kind of gameplay. So you jump around, you gotta solve puzzles and not die. You can hide and cover and shoot things with a laser gun. And generally, you need to. I think there's also some like 3D bike segments from the little tease. So it's coming out winter 2022, published by Microids. So hopefully anyone who likes retro games and the old flashbacks games might want to get into this. So if you play Another World, it's basically the same thing except more of like a sci-fi Blade Runner kind of thing going on. Except you fight aliens as well for some reason. It's a 90s game, so they're just throwing stuff in the pot.
Yeah.
So we got Fort Solace. I'm not sure what that is. Do you see that?
I don't think we got any game. Yeah,
Oh, it's just a
we
trailer,
didn't
right?
get any gameplay. Yeah, it's just a cinematic trailer sort of thing.
Okay.
I mean, the game does have the voice of Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption, Roger Clark.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker.
The
Yeah.
guy who used to love NFTs before he backed out, right? Okay, but we can talk about, I mean, yeah, if there's nothing being shown, that's fine. We can go to Stormgate. That's actually from the ex-Blizzard guys. We did a coverage of that on our website. So that's gonna be a cartoony, hopeful yet post-apocalyptic kind of RTS. You've got two factions. The game's gonna be free to play. Ex-Blizzard guys basically going back to what they did with Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2. There's going to be a big focus on 3v3 when it comes to the PvP side of things. And there's also a PvE mode where it's like 3 versus enemies. Swarm of enemies coming in. And there's quite a bit of detail here. I mean, what do you think from the first looks? I mean, you saw the screenshots, you saw the trailer. Would you like to go back to this style of RTS gameplay, Alleef?
I might be interested, but so far, like the trailer has only shown cinematics, right?
Yep.
I mean,
cinematics.
there wasn't any gameplay, and it's so the beta is only coming out next year,
Yep, next
right?
year.
Yeah.
The only
But,
reason they're announcing it right now is because they want feedback coming in. So you can go to their website, give them the feedback and whatnot. And there was actually some, well, it was actually more like Unreal Engine 5 pictures of them with it's alpha stage. I don't think it's even alpha. It's like basically a bunch of screenshots with like some mecha units, humans fighting against the demons coming out from the gate of hell, basically. Yeah, so...
But it did remind me a bit of Warhammer 40k, so yeah, so maybe I might be interested.
Alright, that's cool, that's cool. Except it's got that bit of a cartoony art style too,
Yeah.
which is actually kind of nice. I dig this kind of like refreshing take. No, I won't say refreshing, more like something less realistic and more not gritty, but also
Yeah.
kind of serious, but cartoony in that sense, that even
Yeah,
makes sense.
it's a bit more stylized.
Yeah,
yeah.
stylized is the better word.
not-
Thank you.
uh,
Yes, it's a better word. So Stormgate, that's 2023 in beta.
There was one game that fascinated me a bit. Witchfire.
Alright, Witchfire.
Yeah.
Yes, that shooter with the gun and the spellcasting. Yeah, tell us more, man.
To me, it looked a bit like Doom, but in a fantasy setting. So yeah, it looked really fun to me. Especially with the weapons, you got a crossbow type weapon, and then you've got these demons and stuff like.
The cool designs and everything.
Yeah.
I saw it. I mean, I saw the trailer. Definitely piqued my interest. I'm just more curious about how it feels and plays. Who's the developer again for this? I mean,
Astronauts. The astronauts.
astronauts. Don't quite remember. No.
But the developers, they're from the developers of Painkiller, Bulletstorm, and The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Okay, Bulletstorm. I'm pretty
yeah,
confident
Bulletstorm
this
is,
game
yeah.
might feel alright because I love Bulletstorm. I love Painkiller, so hopefully this might turn out alright with the spell casting and the shooting and the really wacky, bright and demonic environments and whatnot.
Yeah.
It looks good. looking forward to that. American Arcadia. That looks more like an adventure game about running away while being televised and having poles up and down. It's anything you want to add apart from how odd its art style is? It's definitely an indie title.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a bit like I like the art style because it's a retro type thing. Like, it's a bit like Fallout, I would say. I don't know,
Retro
like
kind of Fallout. I think
yeah,
it's more
yeah,
like Art Deco style.
yeah. So that's all. I mean, we haven't seen much of the even the gameplay. I mean, the trailer was mostly cinematics, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a common theme for this
yeah,
particular showing.
yeah.
Lots of
I
cinematics
mean,
here and there.
most of the trailers we've seen in Summer Games Fest, most of it was cinematics. Yeah.
Then again, Geoff Keighley did warn us temporary expectations. We're going to talk about stuff that has been revealed. So, okay, sure, of course. We got Goat Simulator 3. That looks interesting. We know how Goat Simulator 1 played. You control a goat. I think if it's part 3, I think you can control 3 goats at the same time, maybe. Or a party of goats or a herd of goats. Are you a fan of the goat simulators?
Not really, but the gameplay looks amusing.
Okay.
But the trailer for Goat Simulator 3, I mean, a lot of people were thinking that it was gonna be a new Dead Island or something.
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
but then it turns out, there was the goats popping up, and then it looks more humorous, more colorful look and everything. But it's fine.
yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, looking forward to that too. And then we've got Marvel's Midnight Suns. That looked pretty interesting given the group. You want to elaborate a bit more on what happened in the trailer, Alleef?
Oh yeah. In the Midnight Suns trailer, we saw Venom. Venom getting controlled by the villain. Lilith, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, Lilith.
And then we saw Spider-Man popping up, and then he's in a new suit. I mean, the Midnight Suns in this. I mean, everyone in this game has a sort of weird aesthetic, like a shiny armored suit. I noticed, like everyone has one, so Spider-Man also gets one. But yeah, it's a bit weird to me, like how they're adding Spider-Man and Iron Man and Captain America into this game
I think
when
you
they're
know
not.
why the fuck they put in those characters, right? 2K had permission from Marvel to put in these characters together with Firaxis, and sure, for marketing purposes, because I don't think anyone else apart from us know who the heck the Midnight Suns are in Marvel. These are like the Occult group, like the vampires, the half vampires, Damphirs, Blade, even Bloodstone, or maybe even Morbius and Ghost Rider. Yeah,
Elsa.
Elsa Bloodstone. Yes, thank you.
Elsa Bloodstone, and then I mean, but at least we're also getting like some obscure characters like Nico Minoru. Even we're getting the new Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, the Mexican Ghost Rider. Yes.
Yeah, Robbie Reyes. So I mean, that's okay. I mean, yeah,
technically Magic is also obscure. She's not like mainstream X-Men character, but she's part of the dark arts and all that stuff.
Oh, and we also saw in the trailer that Hulk is in there.
Yeah, Hulk is in there. He's one of the bad guys.
I mean, I wonder if we're gonna get like control of them later on in the game, like
I guess
maybe
if you
like
beat them,
Venom or Hulk. Yeah,
if you beat them, most likely you can get back control of these characters.
I'm not sure who the other guy is. Like we saw Venom coming out of the portal, Hulk, but there was one other guy.
I'm not sure who that guy is. So I guess we're gonna have to do more research. I mean, maybe check. You have to look back at the trailer again, double check. Was Scarlet Witch in there too? I think I saw someone with a Scarlet Witch helmet. Or was that a different character?
That's one of the villains, right?
She was on the cover. Remember when there was that with the release date and everything? There was a character who had the Scarlet Witch-like kind of armor.
I think Scarlet Witch is in the game as a good guy, but in this new trailer there was also another woman with the villains. I think that's Enchantress. That could be
from Asgard. Okay.
Yeah. It could be a Enchantress.
Yeah, definitely. And if there's gonna be like another character who should be in this, it's the guy who's in that vampire movie. Morbius sweep, yes.
More.
We gotta have a Morbius in this game, dude. Come on. I'm sure
It's
it'll
Morbin
make
time.
sense. Yes, exactly. If he says that line in the game, that'll be hilarious. That game's coming out in October. It's gonna play out like XCOM, except with cards that you can use as your
Yeah.
power-ups and moves. Looks interesting. Next piece of news, next piece of game reveal is my favorite, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Finally has a goddamn release date, 16th of June. That's a couple of days from now.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
definitely
next
gonna
week.
buy it when it's out. They also revealed Casey Jones, the next playable character in the game, and also 6-player co-op, which is insane because this has never been done in a Ninja Turtles game, let alone a beat 'em up. Because the max
Yeah.
they've gone for is 4 players.
Yeah,
Now it's 6
4
players.
players.
Yeah. It looks
I-
like you're interested in it.
I didn't know they could go like 6 players. I mean, most games like this is always like four max.
Yeah, 4
Yeah,
cap.
yeah.
Like 6 the last. I'm trying to think of the last arcade game that did this. I mean, I don't think so. No, never did. Okay, maybe X-Men. For the Konami and the arcade. Yeah, 6 characters in one shot. So I think that's what the TMNT game was going for. Like trying to match that local and online co-op. I believe 6 players. That's insane. I think my only issue is if you play as one turtle, single player, which I probably will from my review and whatnot. Wonder if the life bar will actually extend, because if it becomes tiny, it's going to be hard for me to see what's going on. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I understand if it's 6 players, yes, you need to cram all 6 of the UI at the top. But if it's just one player and then that one little corner there is basically your life bar, everything up at the top there is all wasted real estate. You know, it's but anyway, it looks cool. I'm actually looking forward to this game. Probably the only game I'm actually interested in this. Next to the next game we're gonna be talking about, which is, I think again, I guess we can jump straight to Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. Yeah, this could be the Left 4 Dead clone you kind of want to play, because Vermintide 1 and 2, they're pretty awesome games. I played Vermintide 2, that was great with people. And I think they're good. I think Fat Shark are gonna knock it out of the ballpark with Dark Tide. It's just basically Vermintide, except you have guns.
Wait, is it the same devs?
Yeah, it's the same devs who
yeah.
did Vermintide 1 and 2, so it should play better, I hope. And it does look great because of the 40k aesthetic and the sci-fi and the orcs and the, I guess there's zombies, is it, in the trailer? I mean, there was actually
I guess.
gameplay in this, yeah.
I mean, since it's 40k, the zombie should be like Nurgle, Plague, Bearers or something.
I just hope they don't focus more
The
on
infected.
the infected. Okay.
Yeah.
I just hope we get to fight against Tyranids or other races in the 40k universe, like maybe kill orcs, kill other races. I wish I remembered the names, but you know, variety is always great. I mean, maybe for post content, but so far I've seen it. That little snippet of gameplay, that looks great. That looks colorful. Okay, as colorful as a 40k game can get, right? I mean, I think you're looking forward to this one, right, as well?
Yeah, I am. But it's an Xbox exclusive, right?
No, but it's also PC. You can play it on PC.
It's also on PC, yeah.
So you're fine. You can just play it on PC. I can play it. Well, I'm not going to play it PC anyway, so it's no issue right there. We got a couple of others. One Piece Odyssey, Soul Hackers 2. Soul Hackers 2, we've seen the gameplay already. It's just that this is the first time they have the English voice cast announced. Are you looking forward to either one of these anime games? One Piece Odyssey. I mean, they're both turn-based RPGs.
I'm probably looking forward more to Soul Hackers because it's an Atlas game. You know, Persona, Shin Megami Tensei. Soul Hackers is it part of the? Is it?
Yeah, it's part of the Shin Megami Tensei series. In fact, this is actually part 2. There was actually Devil Summoner, and then Devil Summoner Soul Hackers, and then there's Devil Summoner Raido Kuzunoha Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah, basically it's under
I
the
love
Devil
those
Summoner
games on the
thing.
PS2.
Yep, those games are fun. Yeah. This is more turn-based. The aesthetic is kind of similar to Tokyo Mirage Sessions, except it's now cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And yeah, you still fuse demons, but through the Gomaden, through this guy named Victor, who is now a circus ringleader, instead of the Mad Doctor he was in the previous games. And yeah, combat looks pretty cool. It's turn-based, you got the combo system going on as well. You summon demons, give it to your party members, you do really well. And you also get to bond with your team members, and it's got an interesting vibe thing going on. One Piece Odyssey, it looks interesting too. I mean, it's the first time Bandai Namco are doing a turn-based game on the One Piece series, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I think it's the first time. There was this One Piece game before, One Piece World Seekers or something.
Oh, World Seeker is basically an open world action game. It was fine. I mean, it wasn't the most. The controls were a bit iffy and all that, but I thought it was fine. But yeah, this one at least there's no control issues. It's just basically you come across a pirate or a bad guy. It's turn-based combat, so it should be fine. It does look interesting, so I wonder which part of the timeline will take place in the One Piece story. And what else we got? A Bloober Team game, Layers of Fears, early 2023. Thoughts about that?
The only thing that really like popped out for me during the review was that they kept repeating, oh, it's powered by Unreal Engine 5. But but besides that, I mean, I didn't really care for the medium much.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Layers of Fears. It's one of those games that actually got Bloober Team onto the map. They had their own shenanigans because the games seem like copy-pasta from somewhere else and ideas back and forth. Like catching it on the PT era when that demo came out back then on the PS4. So they're riding that wave. There's rumors that they're going to do Silent Hill, who knows? But Layers of Fears could be like, this is like, okay, sure, if you're into the whole Amnesia style walkathon horror game, yeah, sure, be my guest. But I'm just waiting for whatever Capcom is doing, or if Konami is actually going to go back to the Silent Hill well again. Doesn't really interest me. I think even Gotham Knights, that wasn't really my thing, even though I do want to see another Batman game. I mean, what are your thoughts about Gotham Knights? Is it going to be okay only?
I don't know why, but Gotham Knights looks really like bland so far. To me and a lot of other people. I mean, they've been complaining like how the combat doesn't really look like fun to play. It looks really slow and like clunky.
This is Warner Brothers Montreal, right? Developing the game, if I'm correct. So they did Batman Arkham Origin, and they did they do the Shadow of Mordor games? I could be mistaken.
Was it them?
What's the Shadow of War? I know that same team is doing the Wonder Woman game under the same brand. So Gotham Knights, it does look kind of dumbed down, like a dumbed down version of those games.
Yeah.
Like, it might end up like another Avengers. I don't know, man. That's not gonna be good.
Yeah. There's definitely some Avengers vibes to Gotham Knight, but I'm really hoping it doesn't turn out that way.
Okay, for those who are watching this video, we're referring to the Square Enix live service game Avengers, not the arcade Avengers game.
Yeah,
that
the one
game,
by Crystal Dynamics and
who were probably held at gunpoint making the game. But yeah, okay, I think we can go back to the last game to just wrap it up. The Last of Us remake that was leaked early before the show, and Naughty Dog, before they showed the trailer, they actually showed off a picture of their upcoming multiplayer game. I mean, what do you think about that picture? I mean, is it another Last of Us spin-off or like a totally separate thing? Is it referring Uncharted? I'm not sure.
It looked more like The Last of Us. I mean, the environment, the setting looked more The Last of Us to me than Uncharted.
I mean,
because of how the buildings look like dilapidated, and then
shacks, yeah.
It looked more like The Last of Us to me.
Okay. I mean, if you're doing another multiplayer game in The Last of Us, I mean, I did enjoy the Factions visit on the first Last of Us game.
Factions.
Yeah. But it's strange that for the remake that we saw the trailer of, I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks great. It looks good. I mean, that's... Personally, I mean, we have our thoughts about Last of Us Part 2. That's a tough story for another time, but you cannot deny that it looks pretty right. So, Last of Us Part 1, the remake... God, that's a long title. It does look good. It looks great. it's just a bit odd that they took away multiplayer for this. And
I think because it feels like they're saving everything like to put in the standalone, in that standalone game.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Now, Last of Us Part 1, the original that came out on PS3 and also on PS4, I'm like, why make a remake of a game that we have played quite a bit back in the day and still remember and still can pick up and play perfectly to this day? I mean, why do that? I mean, do you have any thoughts about it? I mean, you might be excited, but I mean, it's a question that's worth pondering, don't you think?
I mean, I played the Last of Us Part 1 as recently as a few years back, and I think it's still very much playable. I mean, it's still fun to play, especially the PS4 version, the remaster. I feel like the only improvement is gonna be like besides
Accessibility.
graphics, besides graphics and accessibility, maybe the combat is gonna be more smooth, I guess. More like The Last of Us Part 2, like you know, because The Last of Us Part 2 feels a lot smoother to me than The Last of Us Part 1. I mean, in terms of how you go from melee combat and then to shooting, and then because in The Last of Us Part 1 it felt a bit heavier. Yeah.
Right. I guess so. I mean, yeah, if they can fix the I mean, I don't think Part 1's combat needed any fixing. It was just quote unquote realistic and, you know, challenging as it should be. But okay, sure, I'll bite. I mean, it's coming out September, so I guess we'll find out later whether this PS5 from the ground out remake is actually worth it or not. I guess one plus point is they look like they're gonna combine the Left Behind DLC to make it as part of the story in this remake. So it'll be like one whole continuous track. Maybe you'll play the first parts of The Last of Us Part 1, and then when you go back to Ellie, she'll probably have flashbacks about her and the lesbian friend, you know? And yeah, that could work. I mean, again, I feel that it's unnecessary, but that's just me. I think other people will actually want this game, so who knows?
Yeah,
I'm actually looking forward more to that picture of the multiplayer game rather than this game. Right? It's weird for me, you know. It's a very weird experience for me.
Yeah, I guess about the DLC, I guess they're gonna make it like The Last of Us Part 2, where you had like flashback chapters, like chapters completely dedicated to flashbacks, and then you know you go back and forth between present time to flashbacks. Yeah.
All right. That's actually, yeah, okay. I can see what you're getting at, definitely. Yeah, and forgive me for like repeating some of my words because it's like it's close to 5 a.m. in the goddamn morning.
It's almost 5.
Recording this. I mean, another hour we're gonna be covering the Devolve Digital, but the next show we're gonna be doing is definitely on the Xbox and the Bethesda showcase. And right now, yeah, I guess my final verdict for this show is like so out of 10 or out of 100, say whatever numerical. Alleef, maybe you want to tell us your summary. I mean, meh or could be better. What are your thoughts to sum up the entire show in one word?
Yeah, in one word, yeah, it's meh overall. Because I mean, the biggest reveal of the event was leaked beforehand, and besides that, I mean, there really wasn't any big surprises. I mean, yeah, even though Geoff Keighley told us like to temper our expectations, but still, I expected there to be like at least one or two more like big surprises.
Dude, I was kind of hoping for a Dragon's Dogma 2, so hopefully the Xbox presentation or even the Capcom presentation might have that surprise coming up.
Yeah,
but
I hope
in
so.
any case, I'm just happy that I guess I get to see a bit more Street Fighter 6 and yeah, the TMNT Shredder's Revenge release date. But apart from that, everything else is like okay to indifferent for me. So I guess that's the word I will use on my review, indifferent. And yeah, that is it for our show. Thank you a lot for joining me, Alleef. I'm sure you must be very, very tired for this entire morning, and so am I too. I mean, I'm gonna have to edit this thing anyway, and hopefully it'll come out in a couple of hours or so after this recording. So again, if you do like this show and you want to see more features like these, do like and subscribe to our video channel at Kakuchopurei. We got a website. Do like and subscribe, hit that notification button. Help us a lot. We truly appreciate it. And that's it. Me, Mr. Toffee, and Comicslord, we're signing out. Bye-bye.